Hello, welcome students. Good afternoon. Here Sonoo Sir with a new video of class 6th English. And students, we were on chapter 11. So class 6th English. And we were on chapter 11. I saw a new word, which is a poem written by an English poet. And students, when I say English poet, that means poet of England. So it is written by English poet William Bright Rance. William Bright Rance. So students, in previous videos we have been discussed 4 stanzas of this poem, and before I start our 5th stanza, I have to give a brief introduction of this poem. So students, as we know, William Bright Rance is a poet who has been written mostly about children, and in this poem, poet favors about the diversities which is florized in our globe or at our globe, but there is a dream of his childhood, and in his dream he sees a new world, and in that world there are only men, not any woman, not any child, there are only men. And there is a next interesting thing there, students, because that all faces of the men were same. The all faces were similar, the strength, the quality, the disquality, the looks, the dresses, the mustaches, the beards, all were same. So he saw to see that new world. He started thinking that if this kind of similarity is there, how can anyone give competition to anyone? How can the conflicts would be there? How can people get comparison with each other? So this all things is lost there, and that is why poet explains this place as as he hated that place. So students, in your course book, page number 86, and our 5th stanza of this poem. I long to mend, I long to make, I long to give, I long to take. So students, this poem is about the optimist thinking of this poet. This poet, William Bright Rance, is left in a dream, and in that dream there is a world, there is a new world, and the men of that world are of same faces. No woman and child or children are living there. So students, that is why firstly he saw as as wonder, as thinking, but after some time he started boring by seeing the same faces. He started hating the same faces because he cannot compare in two. He cannot go to meet a one. He cannot seems difference in them. So that is why he get bored, and that is why he thinks that he cannot live there. This is not good. Diversity in this earth is better, and if diversity is not there, the competition will not there. So that is why to get improved, to do development is not there. So if we see our 5th stanza, there is written, I long to mend. What is long? If you see the Hindi meaning of that, ichha kiya. And what is mend? Sudharna. So I long to mend, I long to make. So he poet tried his best to improve the situation of that new world, to improve himself also regarding or according to that new world situation. And he also tried to make the situations appropriate. He also tried all the way of conversation, communication, all the way of give and take, all the way of mutual understanding. He tried his best, he tried all the ways. So I long to mend, I long to make, I long to give, I long to take. But he thought that if I maintain a kind of relation, a giving-taking relation, if I communicate with them, if I try to improve this situation, if I try to retaliate with this situation. So he tried his best, he tried to mend the situation, to mend that people, to improve that people, he tried to make that people appropriate, he tried to give something of his ideas, of his knowledge, of his thinking, of his understanding, he tried to take something from them. I longed for a change because he wanted change, he wanted changes, he longed for a change, he wished for a change, whatever came after. So in that unique type of world, he thought to change that world, he tried to make improvement in that world. So he tried his best, he tried his giving and taking of mutual understanding, he tried for a change, and whatever came after, I longed for crying, I longed for laughter. But what he did or what he has done was totally in a unsuccess way, because there was no change, there was no improvement, there was no combat and conflicts and competition. That is why after what he wanted to be changed, after being done his work, when he sees the condition, then he see the condition what is there came after. So he longed for crying, because there was not any kind of condition which can change the sentiments of a man or woman. So what he tried was totally bullshit, and nothing was in result. That is why he longed for crying also. He wished for crying also. He wished for shout also. He wished for weep also. And I longed for laughter, and he wished for laughter also, because if there was not any kind of competition, if there was not any kind of conflict, so weeping and crying and laugh was not there. So students, he did his well, but nothing was in hand in result. So he was desired for all kind of sentiments which was not there. At last I heard the time clock boom and woke from my dream in my little room. But he was in dream, and his original clock, which was located in his room, was boomed and was rung and woke up from my dream in my little room with a smile on her lips. My mother was nigh. So his mother was near him when the clock rang, and I heard the baby crow and cried. So he heard the baby crow who was crying, who was making shout, and he also started to crying, he also started to weeping, he also started to shouting, because in his dream he felt helpless, he felt something which was not explainable. He was thinking, how can I get rid of by this situation? And suddenly when his eyes opened, he felt happy and he cried as he got out, or he gets out from a situation which was harder, which was difficult. So students, at last I heard the time clock boom. So the alarm of his clock boomed there, rang there, and woke from my dream in little room. He was sleeping in his room and he woke up there, and with a smile on her lips, my mother was nigh. His mother was near him, he was singing to him. I heard the baby crow and cry. And then he heard a baby crow who was, just, saying something in his voice, in its voice. So after seeing natural world, original world, he cried that, oh, I am out of this situation. He was feeling so captured, he was feeling so pressurized in that new world which was his dream, but after getting out of that, he was feeling happy and he was crying as he was seeing natural and original world. So students, today we clear these two stanzas. we will take other 3 stanzas in next video, and in homework you have to write a small summary of these 2 stanzas, and if there is query and any question you can ask on my number. Students, till then, have a nice day. Thank you. All the best.